Hello, Maggie Lius. I know it's been a minute since I've done an Alamat video, but usually whenever it comes to like them dropping like MVs or like new music, I try to keep up with them at least in that regard. But they have dropped a MV for Sinigang. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but obviously this is from the Destino album. I did do an album listening or not album listening, well album listening slash a reaction to their live performances of it and that whole like video like a couple like I think like a month or a couple months back. But so I have heard the song before, so I am curious to see like what visuals or what like more in like what like more of the meaning is, because obviously for that one I don't think there was subs at the time, so I was just going based like purely on like feel and also like what the other songs like vibe in general and kind of like just assuming what it was about. But I did kind of also um ahead of time I did kind of like look up the just like to see if I like the pronunciation of it. That didn't end up coming up, obviously. It just came up as apparently it's like a porridge or like a soup actually, so I'm just like okay, like so I'm guessing that's why there's boiling water, so I'm curious to see like if that's gonna be like, because I think the song kind of give a little bit of like maybe like a yearning vibe a little bit. I don't know, because like obviously there was a lot of like love songs in the Destino album, so I'm just like okay, I wonder like where they're gonna like put that in terms of, like connecting it to like I guess you could say like it's part of like their culture, right? Or like some, like a dish that they a lot of people like love and like enjoy as a Filipino. So like maybe that's what it could be like in regards to like like that's like part of like their home and like their heart essentially, maybe. Or I don't know like where this is going, but obviously like the lyrics, they do have English captions or subtitles, so I will help me like kind of figure out a little bit more like the meaning, what they're trying to go for. But we're just gonna go ahead and watch, y'all. Oh, RG?
G! Isang order ng sinigang.
Oh, they work at a restaurant. Let's give him with the nail. I don't know, it seems like maybe they... Okay, I was just about to say... It's... Sorry, I'm already pausing. I was just about to say, like, him kind of having that whole, like, trance, kind of, like, thinking about, like, a past memory. It makes it seem like they probably broke up. But now already from the, like, the first, like, lines of Mo singing, it's already just, like, very much proving that. Like, that it is a breakup song. Okay, hold on, let me go back. So I'm guessing all the members are, like, they run, like, a restaurant or, like, a star of some sort.
G! Isang order ng sinigang, tol.
Like, how did the relationship end? Like, on a bad note? Like, it's giving, like, a bad note. I'm guessing that's, like, the ex-girlfriend? Woo! Come on, Mo. Oh, look, this theme. They called it after the album. I love that. Ooh. Woohoo! Ooh. I like how they're all like been like watched the relationship, like the stages of it essentially. Oof. Come on, Tomas. Ooh. I was curious to see like how they would make choreo for this, cause ooh. Of course, as always, Zhao looks great. Hey. Hey. Oh, that's a nice contrast though. Like, oh, here's like the fighting. Ooh. Oh, I like how they hit that on the beat. Ooh, okay, come on, ripple effect. Hey. Oh, I like how they shot that with the members still doing like the dance, but I guess it kind of does have like a little bit of a jazzy like feel, doesn't it? So again, like the blues of it all. Mm. I wonder, did it like how it's giving like oh how have you been, or like is it this like them after they got into the fight? Okay. So maybe they didn't break up. Maybe it's just like them kind of showing like the downs, like the lows and the highs of like a relationship. And I like how again how they show like all of the members basically like being witness to like the highs and the lows of like their relationship and seeing it from their perspective, aside from like obviously like RGC like being in the relationship, like having like the first like the actual like perspective of actually being in the relationship, and then the contrast of like the members seeing it from their eyes and like how it's going. But I'm guessing like maybe they didn't break up. Maybe they just had like a big fight. It's what it's giving a little bit, even though like the song does seem like it's the relationship has like far like has been far already like over maybe. But or I'm taking it two ways. It could either be like they got into an argument and it's like oh like that him questioning like everything that he did wrong and like wishing he like had did better, or like wishing like it didn't go the way it was, right? And then he like but still misses her essentially. So it could be that, and then this is like her like showing up, or him seeing her after a while after the breakup, or it's kind of giving maybe. Well, I don't know. Maybe that it could probably. I was probably leaning more that way, just because it's like we see also him beginning the MV thinking about her, like, and the cute like I guess like the beginning moments of it. But then on the other side, like I could see also that maybe it could be like them having seen each other like after a while, like like it's been a minute like since like they've broken up, and then this is like his first time like after a while, like after the breakup. But maybe like they're like maybe trying to like like maybe she also like missed him as much as he missed her essentially, and like they're maybe trying to make it work out. Or maybe it could be I don't know, I'm leaning more towards like the first plot that, and then him like making this dish like might be like some like one of her favorite dishes. So like obviously like I don't know, like the way that he like approached her like at the end there, where it's like oh like I made you like your favorite like here, and then like it looks like they're about to have like a conversation of like either like whether the relationship is gonna end or they're gonna make up. But then I also like how whenever you see him like carrying the dish out, like, and again you see like the members like doing the choreography, and you kind of see him in the center like walking, kind of like the dread a little bit in a way, or like the like impending doom of like the like facing like that reality essentially of like him meeting her after like the conflict, like the what's it called, the fight that they had. Maybe it could be that. Like I like how they portrayed that though, because it's like them kind of moving like fluidly on the sides. It's kind of maybe representing like all his like thoughts being jumbled up, like him like thinking like oh my god, like what am I gonna do, like is this gonna go well, are we gonna end up breaking up, like all those like emotions being like mixed up together, like what he's feeling. and with in a mixing of like that impending doom and like, oh my god, like nervous, like because he doesn't know where it's going. So I liked how they filmed that, and just the choreo alone too. Like because usually with these like kind of like softer like chiller songs, obviously there is a little bit more like of a beat in the melody too. But I always like wonder like how they're gonna do choreo for it, because like it's a lot. I would say it's like a lot harder, but honestly like they did a great job. I liked how they managed to like hit the beats for like the drum that is very prominent in the beat of it, but then like still keep that like more fluid, like kind of loose kind of like vibe that it does have. It kind of does have a little bit of like a jazzy-ish like sort of vibe, but still like also with a mix of like R&B. So it's like that very like chill vibe of it all. And then again, very much like heartbreak or like ending of a, I would say like more like a heart or like either love or heartbreak song vibes, right? But now I'm thinking about it, when I did look up like the name of it, I think I don't know if it said. I know it's like it was. I like very like briefly like looked at the ingredients for it, like what it like just what it said on it, and obviously from the picture it looks like there's like potato. Obviously there's like some kind of meat. There's like tomato. There's something else in it. I think it said maybe there was some kind of like shrimp in it or like a paste or something like that. So I'm like, oh, like I wonder like what the whole like bigger metaphor for, like, is it like maybe like the taste of the dish? Like, I don't know. Hearing that, like, I would think of like maybe it's a little bit more like, is it like savory or kind of like sour? Like, what kind of like to describe it? Because then that could also be like the metaphor for how the relationship is going. Because again, it's like the ups and lows. Like, love can be very sweet at times. It can be very like passionate, very savory. Can be all like those type of things, and then it could also be very, it can go very sour very quickly when like fights happen or disagreements happen. So maybe it could be like that, like that's like the bigger picture of it, like them, but also like again, it's them still like embracing their culture and like a homemade dish that everyone really enjoys like in the Philippines. So I like how they added that in there with still like making it even for like international fans being able to like relate to like the meaning of like the actual song of it being again like more of a heartbreak song, and like just like the seeing like the visuals of it all. So I'm like, oh, I really liked how they did that. And again, the quirky part of it was like them naming the restaurant that they are running or the food stall that they're running after the Destino album, because that is where this song is from. So I liked seeing that little like, not really Easter egg, because it's very like, if you follow them and have been following them, you obviously like immediately like, oh, it's from the album, like it's the name of the album that they decided. But I think it's also kind of cool how you could say that, because it's like them, oh, like they named it the restaurant or like the kitchen or like the like food stall after the album, but like they produced like they worked really hard on that album. So it's kind of like, oh, like them in a way like saying like, oh, we're like cooking like, all of these music like songs and like music, like our music essentially, during the, like especially during this era. So it's like, oh, kind of like I kind of see it in that way too. But okay, I'm gonna rewatch it again because I really do like this song, like really does, just the melodies of it all and like how every member sings it, like it's very like befitting of like the bittersweet kind of again very like sad like vibes, or like very like melancholy like vibes again, because it's like supposed to be like a, like the hardships, like describing like the hardships like of the relationship, or like almost like a breakup, or like after a breakup and you're still like in love with that person but you can't, but you had to let them go, or like it just wasn't working out, but you, doesn't change the fact that you like had feelings for them, and that was, essentially don't go away that quickly, right? But yeah.
G! 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 Isang order ng sinigang, tol.
So like that was like, because again like, life still goes on after a relationship ends. Like you don't just, you're like, I know it can be very depressing for some people, because like that like a really like when you're in love, like it seems like you're like, and you end up breaking up with the person, like your world just comes crashing down. So kind of here, like it's obviously he's trying to like keep it together or whatever, but clearly like right there at the nail, like, or his like friends, quote unquote, like they kind of know like what's going on. So he's like him looking at him like, oh, like sir, again, like are you okay? Like I thought we went over this essentially, or like you gotta kind of get over it, or like come on, like we're trying to run a business here, you can't be mopey. It was kind of giving that feel. She's like concerned. I like how they also like kind of styled them in aprons for like Taneo and Mo. See like the fading away. See like the reflection is I guess supposed to be like different memories that they have seen from like their perspective. See like how they came up with that little finger snap. See like how these mirrors are supposed to like show reflections of like, the past or these memories. Ooh, like that part. How smooth that was. Oh, he was like driving the thing. Oh, like that was like the rear view mirror. Ah, okay. I like how they're using the mirrors again to reference like past memories that they've seen. Oh, this could represent like that, like like everything kind of going like crazy in your head from like the feelings. But then also like the way they do this is like again like them talking about like the mind at a specific part. See, it gets a little bit more moody during this part, like RG's part there. You see what I mean? Like, he looks like very like, oh, good lord. I think it's like it sounds like a saxophone at the end there too. See, like, yeah, I really like that. And then again, like just them embracing like their culture and how proud they are of it, like by adding in like this dish and like kind of again making it part of the story. So I'm like, y'all let me know like exactly what if they have like mentioned what it's supposed to be like the bigger picture, like the metaphor, if it's like a metaphor for something else. But like that's what the vibe it was giving me. But again, when I heard this song, them singing it in the live session, like I was just like, ooh, like this is a good song. Like especially like live, like the vocals, their vocals are always insane, right? But like hearing this song specifically live in that, I was just like, jaw was on the ground. So like kind of seeing again like them embody it or like seeing like the visuals or like the concept with it all like for the MV like really like gives you more of like obviously context because there's actually like English lyrics so I can actually like know what they're talking about. But overall just like the mood of it anyways, like from the like hearing it without it, like you could tell it's like kind of like bittersweet, kind of moody, or like kind of like again like it's kind of like a love song but also kind of like a breakup song. So I don't know, but that's like the vibe I was getting obviously. But seeing it like really, solidifies that meaning for like with the visuals of it all and just like the story that they decided to do with it. But again, I like that they also had RG doing I don't think this is like the first time we've seen like a member like act. I think we have like didn't the nail like do like I'm pretty sure like yeah the nail did for the Maharani MV he like how like his main character moment so kind of seeing like RG here like do his like have his like main character moment and like them kind of like surround him and be like again like his friends slash like business partners slash coworkers because they all work in this like kitchen or like them again like signifying like oh like was like them working in this group essentially like it's kind of like giving it that also meaning to it too and then again them having their own like perspective or like showing like the reflection in the mirror is kind of like what their point of view from their like what how the relationship is like been going or like in their eyes but I'm also like wondering like because they're also like they also kind of look sad in a way. So I'm wondering like if any of them were like, did they make it? Are they trying to make it a point that they are maybe all maybe have had like in love with her, or maybe have all been there or like have experienced that? So they're just like, oh, like I hope like, or they kind of know where this is going for them and like where the like their relationship is going. So that's kind of why they look like that too. And like seeing it in their eyes like from like like in the reflections and stuff like that because for our last like you see like the rear mirror right but he kind of like turns it away because like he doesn't want to look at it so I'm like there's also like that meaning to it too if you think about it so I'm like interesting I like that there could be a different um or I you can probably perceive it or have different point of views or different meanings to it like depending on like where like how you look at it but yeah I really enjoyed it again I really like this song like again getting to finally see what they actually are singing about in the song I think makes it even better or also gives it more context but anyways I hope you enjoyed the video and I shall see you in the next one.